Krishnan Chatterjee, who's the Chief Customer Officer, Head of Marketing of SAP India. People, all companies in India look forward to what SAP is doing. And he's going to speak for 5 minutes on the topic, but I have requested him to focus a little bit more on speaking about virtual. The new meaning of virtual is, the new meaning of face-to-face is virtual, and how to make it productive. So over to you, Krishnan.
Thanks, Ninad. So, Ninad, very quickly, let me just take a slight difference with the point you made. This word called virtual is an interesting word, and it's being used by a lot of us right now. But potentially, that's not going to help us a lot, and I'll explain that. I'll come to where SAP is seeing the market going and what's going on and how that impacts our workplaces. But I wanted to start by something I'm beginning to believe very strongly, which is I am in agreement with everything every speaker has said about what's happening to us right now from a lockdown circumstance. I think what we need to think about as the topic is what happens beyond this, as we enter into the new normal, and how does that impact us? My personal opinion right now is that, as you look at employees, you have to understand that we have the largest burning platform that any of us have ever seen in our lifetimes. And for certain leaders, that burning platform will need to be used. Many will not. And many will just extend business as usual into something called virtual. So marketeers will take physical events and virtually try and do them. It's not going to work because the burning platform means there is going to be a significant discontinuity. And if we don't think about that discontinuity and redesign and re-engineer for that, those businesses are going to be in a lot of trouble. So let me point to 3 things we are seeing shaping that discontinuity. And as SAP, obviously, perhaps 70% of India's corporate tax is paid by our clients. So I speak to most of them, and I am hearing some very interesting things come through.
Sure.
The first interesting thing is the nature of demand. Largely, clients have understood this, plus, we are seeing experiences out of China. Other than some very few product categories, largely demand is going to decline. That I think is understood. Consequently, one of the single largest business responses to that is going to be significantly expanding addressable market. So in our workplace, as employees and managers and leaders, if we do not find ways of expanding our addressable market, our business is not going to go back to what it was, with corresponding implications on P&L, balance sheet, employee productivity, etc. Second interesting insight that is coming is, historically, in India, business owners, leaders, promoters have not thought about technology being a first port of call to solve a business problem. Typically, when you talk to a business owner or a promoter, it's easier to say, let's put a few more warehouses, let's put another fleet of trucks, let's hire more labor, than to say, let's create a technology solution. And that's where the Uber story always fascinates me, where 2 people came into India, and now we have 500,000 jobs being run as a consequence of what 2 started doing. But the sense I'm getting now is that older generation, our chairmen, owners, promoters, are increasingly becoming amenable to technology being the first port of call to solve a business problem. One of the largest asks that I'm now getting is, how do you automate the shop floor in manufacturing? And, let's look at predictive maintenance, quality, etc. These are not conversations at that level we used to hear before. And I'm not talking about just the fact that all these business leaders now are doing Zoom calls and the things we are doing right now. So there is a certain openness now to technology. And when I marry point 1 and point 2, there are interesting combinations that come up. Manufacturing sector in India, which last year got the 15% corporate tax ruling, now has the opportunity to start playing harder in the export market, given the way the global supply chain will obviously start realigning as China falls out of favor. So that's point 2, which is this increasing friendliness with technology as a solution to business problems. The third thing I think we are seeing happening very significantly is we saw it happening with, it all kicked off with demonetization, GST, the e-way bill, e-invoicing, all of that. The acceleration towards the formalization of the economy is going to go up dramatically, because track and trace, our assets, our products, our people, everything now needs to become traceable. Risks need to be quantifiable. And as a consequence, I think many businesses in India which have thrived in the informal sector or even are formal, but have leveraged the informal sector in their supply chains and such like, all that mindset will also have to start changing. India will increasingly rapidly start moving towards a formal economy. I think if you just think about these three things, and there are many more, but these are three I'm immediately hearing from our customers, the implications on what will happen to us as workers is quite dramatic. So if you are not thinking in terms of, and that's where I go back to the burning platform analogy, I don't think I'll spend time going through each of these points and the implication on our work style. That should be fairly obvious.
Thank you, Krishnan. That was wonderful. Burning platform analogy is great. You spoke about three points which you're hearing: nature of demand, friendliness to technology, and acceleration of formalization of economy. This is delightful, wonderful points. I think very, very insightful. A lot to think about.